lot like changing a baby though, because I had to change my grandparents' diaper once. And you have to grab them by the little suspenders that old men have, pick them up and carry them, put them down on the little table. You have to hold the legs up because they can't do it. They just can't at that point. You have to hold them down, and then you have to lift up the little gravity flaps and get under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Okay, but Carmen Esposito, you're up next.
Yeah. Cameron Esposito.
Thanks. I got so startled by the, yeah, it's Cameron. I just saw you get chastised.
I did.
Don't worry about it. Gravity flaps, huh?
Gravity flaps.
Yeah, okay. No, I guess that's about right. Can't believe no one's sitting in this pew. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, if you sat here, you'd be first for communion. So, you know, they put the freshest communion on top. I'm just saying. It will be available to you. Just things. I found out recently, I discovered that if somebody meets the person you're dating, and then as a way of complimenting you about their attractiveness, says, nice work. What they mean is, they can't imagine how you did it. I like that. That makes me happy. I do have a really pretty girlfriend. You guys could. Thanks. I'll take credit. I have a really pretty girlfriend, and on top of that, she's a foreigner. She's from South Africa. So, I think that this is really cool. Like, I think a lot of, like, she's just trying, you know, she's lived in Chicago much longer than I have. Like 6 years to my one. But I think it's so rad that she's not from the States, that I'm, like, constantly outing her. For instance, we're hanging out with a group of black people recently. And in the middle of a conversation, seemingly from out of nowhere, I yelled, she's from Africa! Not that that should be particularly relevant to you. So you guys are from the Caribbean, right? Oh, Atlanta? How about those Braves, huh? Indians. I didn't do that. God, it's tough. I ride my bicycle. I actually rode my bicycle here in the storm. I thought for sure I was gonna not make it to the comedy show, but the gods are with me. I ride my bicycle to work. The other day I was riding, and I rode past a gang of street toughs. And a girl who was in this group, yelled out, slut! And when I ride my bicycle, I wear a red bulbous helmet and mesh cycling gloves. So what I yelled back was, what I'm offended by most is your inaccuracy. It's kind of off base, you know, like, slut. this meeting of the Knights of the Sherwood Forest. Are we ready to save Marion? Anybody else? Am I the only person getting that vibe from this basement? If I had a quiver full of arrows, this would be an entirely different show. So they're filming Batman in the city. People know that, like all these streets are closed. And the other day I saw this. I work in the Loop, and I was walking down the street, and I saw a group of passers-by trying to catch what turned out to be a 4-inch long moth. And I realized from their exclamations that they thought that it was an extra for the movie. But it was not a bat. So that might be where they were off. Oh, anybody here work in the Loop? Anybody else work in the Loop? What's up? Tell me if you've seen this recently. It's unwrapped maxi pads. No?
No.
Well, then I guess I'm alone because I've seen 2 in the last week, and I was trying to figure out what happened here. You know, what happened to precipitate this? And I think that it's just women today, you know, have to be mothers and business persons, and we just don't have time. You know, I applaud those women who are willing to go out of their way to change their feminine hygiene products right there on the street. You know, that's awesome of them. You guys don't agree? I think it's kind of cool. I was at a bar recently, and I decided to take up charity work. I walked up to the bar, and there was a mirror. And written on the mirror it said, Jello shots, $1. Money goes for the fight against cancer. And, you know, I'm not a huge drinker, but I just started thinking about, all the people that, go on walks and runs and spend 8 years in medical school and then work in children's oncology. You know, it just seemed like it was the least I could do. So I went up to the bartender, and I noticed as I got closer that it was written 3 times, and the 2 times on the side it said, Jello shots, $1, money goes for cancer. So I said to the bartender, yeah, I'll take a Jello shot, but I want it from the ones in the middle, because obviously the pro-cancer lobby is trying to get some money in. I'm not going to buy into that. Of course, I later realized that I think Jell-O is a leading cause of cancer, so perhaps their fundraiser was slightly off. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I used to work in special ed. Anybody here worked in special ed? No? Yes? Alright, cool. There's an actual, this is the actual diagnosis for somebody who is just generally slow. Globally mentally retarded. I just feel like that's kind of harsh, you know, I can't really imagine what it was like to be the parents sitting in on that meeting. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Esposito, it's tough to break this to you, but your daughter is, she is retarded in a way that affects us all. Really, it's the entire world is really negatively intellectually impacted by her presence. It's not specific to her at all. It's a worldwide mental retardation phenomenon. Your daughter's at the epicenter. So, congratulations, parents of a mushroom cloud. Awesome. I'm gonna walk over there, and then a guy in a red shirt's gonna come up here, and the night will continue.